Gutierrez here, physical therapist. You can find me at movementthinker.org. Right now we are covering hamstring strengthening. If you haven't watched the video on prone hamstring curls, I'd recommend starting there. It's an easier version than the one that I'm going to show next. But the one I'm going to show next isn't really that hard either. Okay? This is a standing hamstring curl. The standing hamstring curl will be a little bit harder because where the motion works against gravity has changed a little bit. In the prone curl, you're working more against gravity from the initiation of the movement to like the middle of the movement. In the standing hamstring curl, you're working more against gravity at the top of the movement down to like the halfway portion of the movement. So you're strengthening two different aspects of the movement. With each movement, there are ways to cheat. And so I will show you how to cheat. I shouldn't really show you how to cheat, but since you're going to cheat anyways, I might as well show you what cheating looks like so that way you know what to avoid. And if you're doing it wrong, you'll know how to correct it. So this is what the motion looks like. It's keeping your knees in the same plane as each other. Raise your foot towards your butt. It's no different than what we did when we were laying down on the table. Make your foot go closer to your butt. Now, one of the ways that we see people cheat is here, right? My foot is a lot closer to my butt in proximity in this position than it is in this position. So people think, well, it's closer, it must be better since that's the end goal of the exercise. But when you go in this position, your hip muscles on the front of the hip are actually helping to bring that foot closer to your butt. That's not what we're trying to do when we're trying to strengthen the hamstring, the big meaty part of the back of the leg. We don't want to necessarily work the front part of the hip when we're trying to work it in isolation. As a new person exercising, it's good to understand how the body moves first, create a bunch of isolation, and then you can put them all together into the big movements like the squat and the hip hinge that we've shown previously. So if you're having trouble with the big motions, maybe breaking them down into these isolation motions will be better for you before going back to try the big motion again. So again, it looks like this. You bring the foot towards the butt, 4 seconds up, 4 seconds down. If it's too hard for you, then you can scale it by bringing the knee a little bit forward, come up and come down. To make the exercise harder, simply take the knee back to the same plane as the other knee. To make it really hard, take it behind the other knee. From here, you can strengthen the exercise by using an ankle weight or putting a band around your foot and stepping on the other end of the band, so that way you have resistance as you go up and down. Thanks for watching.